In this video, I'm going to be talking about whether you need to have an expensive car to become a car guy. So recently I posted a TikTok and I got this comment. So some people are basically saying, since I'm driving a stock Civic, I am not a car guy, and if you want to become a car guy, you need to drive an expensive car. Some person even went on saying, if I haven't done any modifications to my car, I'm not even a car guy. So I decided to make a video about it, talking about my thoughts, but I also want to hear you guys' thoughts as well, because I feel like this is a very interesting topic to talk about. Okay, so I also want to say that this is not a scripted video. This is just me sitting down in my bedroom talking about my thoughts. So everything I'm gonna say is just coming out of my heart. I also want to say a huge thanks to everyone who defended me in the comment section saying I shouldn't have a nice car or an expensive car just to become a car guy. So if you're watching this video, which I highly doubt, but if you're watching, I want to say a huge thank you. Okay, first of all, I think it's important to establish who is a car guy or even a car girl. What does that mean? So for me personally, cars are my passion. Ever since I was a kid, ever since I can remember, I have been into cars. And that is basically just the enjoyment I get from being around cars, learning about them, driving them, and just everything about cars in general. It just gives me pure joy. I love learning about cars. I love learning about the history of it. I also want to know the future cars that are coming out. I always keep up to date with all the new cars coming out just because I love to learn about them. That's just who I am. I recently did a short video about how I got myself into cars. I'll leave the link down in the comment sections below. And in that video, I basically said the movies Cars and Fast and Furious are the reasons why I got into cars. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, that means you're most likely into cars in some way, shape, or form. And you also have a reason to why you love cars. No one ever out of all of a sudden just loves cars. There's always a reasoning behind it. And I personally believe that's what makes us special as a community. And that brings me to another very important point. I personally love being around boring cars or even commuter cars or regular day-to-day cars. Why? Because it's a car. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter for me if it's expensive or if it's like over 100 grand or if even 10 grand. If I know it's a car, if it can be driven, if it has an engine, or if it's an EV, if it can be driven around, that for me is what brings me joy. And going back to the person who commented saying I can only be a car guy if I only love cars, that means like I cannot love any cars unless it's over 100 grand, unless it's over a million, unless it's a hypercar, supercar, or a sports car. No. Which naturally brings me to my current car, my stock Civic, absolute bone stock, no modifications, no nothing. It's a rebuilt title car. I have no idea the history of it, but I did do a wind search and I got a listing up in a Ukrainian auction site. So I absolutely have no idea where that car has been, but I will do some modifications to it. But right now, since it's winter outside, I parked my car outside. I just don't want to hassle with it, like doing any modifications outside. So once the summer hits, I have quite some plans in my mind. So it will not be fully stocked forever, but I don't think I'll ever do like an engine swap or like do any upgrades to the engine, because I want to keep it bone stock, because those Civics with the K engine, I know they will run forever. So if you know any really good, nice, clean upgrades to do for a 2010 or 8th gen Honda Civic, please let me know down in the comment sections below. So why have I not got rid of it and get something nice? But there's a few reasons why I have not sold that car, but I still keep driving it. One of the many reasons is I personally believe driving a cheap stock car like a Civic is going to help me really learn about driving, because I know in the future, hopefully, knock on wood, I will get to drive nicer cars or own nicer cars and stuff like that. But if I don't know how to control the car, if I don't know how to drive the car, if I don't know how to react in situations on road where you do some sudden changes or movements, if I don't know how to do that, I don't think it's worth it, or I don't think there's any reason to drive a nice car if you don't know how to drive a car. When I go on road trips, I've done 6 times the road trip from Calgary to Vancouver and back, and I'm really glad that I did this car, because I got to know exactly how this car behaves, and if something were to happen, I know exactly what to do in a situation. But the absolute main reason why I still drive this car is winter driving. I will make a separate video about driving a cheap car in the winter in Canada. Car is so fun driving in the winter. Like, I sometimes drive places where people give me so many looks, because they would expect like a F-150, like a lifted truck, to drive down the road, but I'm driving in my stock Civic. Like, I do not care. And I feel like if you want to drive a car in the winter, you should not be worried about it. Like, if the moment you are terrified about the car, the moment you become a road hazard. Because winter driving is already terrifying. It already requires a lot of like quick sudden changes, quick movements. But if you're super terrified to like do anything in your car, then you're going to be a road hazard to everyone around you, because they wouldn't know exactly what to expect. All this rambling and mumbling just to say that I have a special connection with my Civic, and that's why I'm keeping it, and that's personally why I think I consider myself as a car guy. Before I wrap up the video, I want to say one thing about our car passion. Our car passion is the reason why there's a car culture around, and I personally think we shouldn't have this mentality where if you want to become part of the car culture, you need to own an expensive car. And I personally think, especially some people, some younger people or people like me who are just getting started in this community, they should all be feel included. Like, just to feel included in the community, you should not be driving a Lamborghini. But that being said, I will buy a nice car one day. I won't be driving this car for the rest of my life. I mean, I'll be driving this car for the rest of my life, but I'll be buying another nice car. My plan is by next summer to get something a little bit nicer, maybe around the 5 to 10k Canadian range. So if you have some cool options, just let me know down in the comment sections below. But that's it from me today. I hope you all enjoyed my rant, I guess. So yeah, if you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff, and until then, I'll catch you guys very soon.